Good afternoon, friends. It is about 1:30. We'll just got home from work with donuts for everyone. Well, not for me. I don't get donuts because diabetes. Hey friends, good afternoon. Like I said, it is currently 1:39. The kids have enjoyed some donuts. Will enjoyed some donuts. I am not hungry, but when I get hungry, I'll probably just have some peanut butter toast for lunch. At this point, we're late lunch. We eat our meals at weird times because we sleep in, and so oftentimes we kind of go straight into a lunch hour versus like a breakfast. But I was gonna say something. Oh, to-do list for today is not very long. For dinner, I'm making a red beans and rice casserole. Hoping it's good, we'll see. So you'll see that being made. I need to water my geraniums in the basement, which seems funny to me because the basement's been flooded, so the basement has had plenty of water, but not for my plants. And then I need to pack Will's lunch for tomorrow because he starts his CDL training, so he'll be taking a lunch with him so he doesn't starve because it's an hour and 15 minutes away. So that's what, 2.5 hours of drive time on top of an 8-hour shift, so I want to make sure he has food, whether he eats it during like a lunch hour at work or on his way home. It'll just be very basic. I asked him what he wanted. He said peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and that's it, but I'll probably throw some other things in there too. And then I still need to make it to Kroger. I don't know if it'll happen today. It is cold outside. It went from yesterday being in the 60s, and then it started cooling off last night. And then this morning, it's currently 38 degrees out. So I started our gas heater again because the house is kind of chilly and I don't like to run the electric heat too high because our electric costs more than our gas. So it makes more sense to run the gas heater a little bit. But that's all that's on the agenda for today. So we'll see where else the day takes us. Hopefully no more water mishaps. Funny story. Funny story. So I have to start packing Will's lunches again, and so I'm looking back at some of our older videos. If you've been around with me for years, way back in like 2019 and 2020, I used to pack Will's lunches every day, and I would make a weekly video out of it and post it. So I'm looking back for some ideas because I'm very out of touch of packing lunches because the kids don't go to school anymore. They homeschool. They don't go to public school, so I don't pack kids' lunches. I don't pack Will's lunches anymore because he just waits to eat until when he gets home. Anyway, so I'm looking at some old videos, and if you've been around a while, you're familiar with the PBJ Woo. And so every time I used to say that I was packing a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for him, Will would woo! So much so that we had merch made up that had the PBJ Woo on it with a running peanut butter and jelly sandwich, like with its hands in the air, that he designed. So that was a big thing back in the day. So leave me a comment down below if you've been here since then and you remember the PBJ Woo. I just thought it was funny. So, it's recording? Yes, it's recording. I thought for a second I didn't hit the button. Hi, friends. I need to look and see what we have on hand for lunches and possibly pick up some stuff at Kroger. Because I don't shop with lunches in mind necessarily anymore. Even though the kids eat lunch, I don't know. I just feel like I don't have like easily portable stuff on hand. Because we've been trying not to buy that stuff because it's more expensive to get like individually packaged stuff, but I think we still have some individual packages of Great Value cookies that come in a variety pack and maybe some chips, so I'm gonna go look and see. So in this box that is currently full of seaweed, we do have some chips left down there, so I'm gonna dig down there and pull some of those to the top. And then in this container, let me turn on a light over here, this has like some protein bars. Yeah, we've got some chocolate covered freeze-dried strawberries from Aldi. I haven't been there in a while, but they're still good. Ooh, a Rice Krispie treat, some cookies. Oh, so I do have some of that stuff on hand still. So that's good. We actually have quite a few chips left, mostly Sun chips. And Jackson ate all of the Harvest Blend out of the Sun chips, but doesn't care for the original, or the, not Harvest Blend, comes in a red bag. I forget what it's called. But we have Harvest Cheddar and regular left, plus some Great Value ones in here. So where should we go on chips? So we ordered something to hopefully help with the pump downstairs. It's going to kind of turn it into an automatic sump pump, from what I can tell.
Yeah. It's pretty much just a little system that detects water, more or less, and you struggle to open the container. You plug your water pump or your sump pump. You can use it for an actual sump pump or use it with a utility pump, I think is what they call it, which is what we have. And this unit here plugs into the wall, and then your pump plugs into that, and you put these wherever you want your range to be. For the utility pump, I'll be putting it on the actual pump itself. And then this black one is your low, this one's your high. So you set it up, and once the water hits this one, it kicks the unit on until it gets all the way down and doesn't detect water on this one. So that way we don't have to worry about blowing it up, burning out the motor on the pump.
Because ours currently doesn't shut off once it's like,
right,
it'll just keep pumping if you don't manually unplug it.
Yeah, so right now we have it on a smart plug, so I can kind of turn it on and off, but I have to keep like checking on it to make sure that it's either still pumping water or the water level's low enough to where I need to turn it off so it doesn't burn out.
Yeah, so hopefully this will help. Now that we're past the rain of this week, now that it's going to be snowing instead, we have it, but for next time it rains, it'll come in handy. Will's hungry. After eating donuts, he needed something savory, so I'm making him just one of these instant ramen cups.
Once the water hits the red one, it turns on, and once it goes below the black one, it turns off.
That'll just turn on by itself.
So it's automatically turning on. This is how we're emptying the shop vac for the moment, but just to test it and make sure it works.
It drops below and turns off.
Nice. So we've still got some puddling over in this area, but most of it's dry. Oh dang it, I should have brought the watering can down to water my geraniums.
There's water right here.
Yeah, I'm not watering them with ground basement water. This plant is getting big, and the flowers are beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more buds right here. Oh, this one is not flowering.
Yeah.
So Alice and her friend Ellie are drawing each other by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Alice.
It look bad. I'm like genuinely trying to make it look bad.
Alice is doing the same, so don't worry. So I did decide to come to Kroger. I'm about to head in, and then the kids requested Starbucks on my way out. So I'm gonna grab them each a caramel ribbon crunch. They have money to spend on. Jackson actually has gift cards from his birthday, and Alice has spending money. And then I think I'm gonna surprise Will. They have a special Valentine's drink right now. It's chocolate covered strawberry frappuccino. So I think I'm gonna get him one of those just as a special treat. So let's head into Kroger and get these weekly digital deals and get back home because it's darn chilly outside today. So I've got all the weekly digital deals. They were missing tortillas for $1.49. So I'm gonna have Will look. Oh, he's not gonna be in the stores this week, darn it. Okay, so I might have to come back to look for the Mission tortillas for $1.49. So I ended up spending $82.20 in Kroger. I had a $5 coupon and a $1.50 coupon, and then their digital deals. You can see how much all the coupon savings were. So saved quite a bit there. I was not able to grab Starbucks because as I was waiting in line to check out, I was going to place the order for the Starbucks inside Kroger. And they were out of all of the Frappuccinos. They must be out of Frappuccino base or something because you couldn't order any Frappuccino whatsoever. And then, so I looked at our next closest Kroger that Starbucks that I drive past on the way home. And they were also out of anything that the kids would have liked. They had like the plain coffee Frappuccino and a few cream-based ones, but they didn't have the chocolate-covered strawberry, which is a cream-based. And they didn't have the caramel ribbon crunch, which is what the kids usually get. Alice will sometimes get something else, but Jackson only likes the caramel. And the ones that they had on hand, I don't think Alice would have liked. So nobody's getting Starbucks tonight, unfortunately. So here's a quick little haul of what I got for that $88. I picked up 5 brick oven Red Baron pizzas. They didn't have any pepperoni left. So I did 3 meat trio and 2 deluxe, and I had a $1.50 coupon off of those on top of the sale price of $2.99. I saved an additional $1.50 when you buy 3. Butter was on sale for $3.99, so I picked up 5 of those. Salsa was $1.49, so I grabbed 3. These Carb Master protein smoothies were 99 cents, so I just picked up 2 just for myself. Cereal was $1.49 a box, so I grabbed 2 Captain Crunch Crunch Berries, 2 Mighty Life Very Vanilla, and they only had 1 of the Mighty Life Strawberry Blueberry Bliss. Those are new to me. It doesn't say new on them, but I've never seen them, but picked up those. Cheez-Its were $1.99 a box, so I did a variety. We got extra cheesy, extra crunchy, white cheddar, cheddar jack, and then the cheddar sour cream snapped. Tyson chicken products were $5.99, and we go through a lot of like chicken strips and chicken nuggets and chicken patties, but I decided to do all strips this time. I did 2 of the sweet barbecue flavored and 3 of the crispy, like original. So I need to get all this stuff put away and then start dinner for tonight, which is, again, the red beans and rice casserole. Alright, so red beans and rice casserole tonight. It calls for 1 rope of Polish kielbasa or sausage of your choice, 1 can cream of chicken, 2 cans of red beans, 1 cup of sour cream, Zatarain's dirty rice, and crispy onion topper. This is garlic pepper flavored in particular, just because it was the cheapest. Great value brand, but that'll work. So I'm going to go ahead and I've sprayed my 9x13 casserole dish. So part of this takes place on the stovetop, and then you put it in the oven as a casserole. I'm going to dice up the sausage and get that going in a frying pan. Once that's somewhat cooked, you make the rice in the same pan and just follow the directions on the box. And then you are going to combine the cream of chicken and the sour cream together. And let me see. Remove dirty rice and sausage from heat. Stir in rinsed red beans, cream of chicken, and sour cream. So you're mixing everything all together. And then putting it in the casserole dish, topping it with the onions and bacon covered for 30 minutes. Alright, so I've got the sausage going. I'm about to add the rice and 3/4 cup of water. Then you're going to bring that to a boil and let it cook. I forget how long it said, but just follow the directions on the back of the rice box. So this is coming up to a boil, and once it's boiling, you turn it down to simmer, put a lid on, and simmer for 25 minutes. It smells so good. I just rinsed out the red beans, so we're going to add those in. And then I'm also going to add the cream of chicken and the sour cream, mix everything together, and then pour it in the casserole dish. Alright, this is what it looks like. It's about to go into the oven. I don't think you really need to do 30 minutes. It's not like it's melting cheese. Everything's already pretty warm. So I'm probably going to put it in for like 15 minutes and call it a day. And no, this is not very diabetic friendly, so I'll probably have a small portion along with a large Caesar salad, and then the rest of the family can have that and Caesar salad as well. Jackson actually wanted meatballs left over from last night, so he just ate some of those. So I don't know if he'll have any of the casserole. This will probably last us 2 days at this rate. I was thinking it would only last tonight. I don't know why I was thinking that. Tomorrow I am going to make another recipe though, and so these leftovers will probably go for Tuesday. That way we're not eating it 2 nights in a row. We can skip a day in between. I'm going to do Alfredo pesto pasta tomorrow, I think. Chicken pasta, which is the plan. But that's in the oven. I'm going to get the Caesar salad mixed up so the dressing can kind of sit. I like it to sit for a few before I eat it. Caesar salad kit. I didn't do a family size one for tonight, so that's why I said they can have kind of smaller salads. I know Jack won't eat salad anyway, but Will and Alice can have a smaller salad and I'll eat the rest of it. So it smells divine. Those crispy fried onions, I'm normally not a huge fan of them. Well, I don't like green bean casserole, which is typically the only time I have these as an option to eat. But it smells so good. Here's Will's plate, and here's Alice's plate. And mine will probably look similar to Alice's, with most of it being salad and just a little bit of the casserole. And like I said, Jackson ate meatballs, and I'll see if he wants any more meatballs or if he wants to try this casserole. Will and the kids are downstairs taking care of the rest of the water. Dinner was good. I would make the casserole again. It just made a lot. Like, Alice had 1 serving, I had a small serving, Will had 2 big servings, and we've only gone through a third of the casserole. So it'll last us probably 3 nights instead of 2. I did use a family size box of Zatarain's rice. Next time I will just use a regular size box. I was thinking that it needed more to like fill the casserole dish, and it's full. But yeah, they're downstairs right now. Oh, taking care of the rest of the water. I'm gonna clean up from dinner. The basement's getting more and more dry, which is going in the right direction for once this week. He hooked up that pump thing that you saw earlier, and hopefully that will save our butts in the future. It's been 2 hours. Oh, I was kind of hiccuping as I started talking. It's been 2 hours since I ate dinner, and I'm curious to see how that rice is treating me, blood sugar wise. So I am going to test. I expect it to be slightly high, but I don't know how high, because I haven't eaten rice, I don't think, at all since being diagnosed back in November with type 2 diabetes. So let's check it out together and see where I stand. And the verdict is, oh, not too bad. 132, 2 hours after eating. Still a bit high. My goal for 2 hours after eating is to be under 120, so it is still slightly high. But that's to be expected since I had rice. Alright friends, I think I'm going to close this out for the night. It is 8:30. Alice is in the shower. Jack is hanging out in his room. Will is doing his Japanese.
Once I can.
In a moment. You can't do your Japanese right now?
No, not with all the dings and stuff going on while you're recording. Seems rude.
Never stopped you before.
Well, it's because I'm usually in the middle of doing it and you start recording.
He's going to do his Japanese on Duolingo, and he usually listens to music while he does that, so I had him pause the music so I could record real quick to take my blood sugar and close it out. Anyway, all that's it. That's what everyone's up to. And then he's probably headed off to bed. He starts his CDL training tomorrow, so he has an hour and 15-minute drive to work to where they're doing the training at, and then he has an 8.5-hour day, and then an hour and probably closer to an hour and a half because it'll be drive time, like traffic, heading home. So it'll probably take longer to get home, I would assume. We'll see.
Hard to say,
We'll
but
see.
most likely.
But I packed his lunch. I made him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, an applesauce cup. He didn't woo. See how out of shape he is? Out of shape.
Wow. Maybe I don't need a PB and J.
Out of there's a practice. Out of practice. You're supposed to woo. We had this talk earlier.
Not paying attention.
You
to
should
what
be.
you're saying.
Wow. Thanks.
You're not talking to me.
You're out of
talking
shape.
to them.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Apple.
Whoa!
No, it doesn't count now. No one wants to hear it now. Go back to your side of the couch. Applesauce cup and chocolate covered freeze-dried strawberries that I showed you earlier out of the snack drawer. And then Alice picked out a bag of chips for him, and I threw in a sweet and salty bar to have as a snack on the drive home in case he needs a little something to get him through that drive. But all that to say, we're going to close this out. Thanks again for coming on another day in the life with us. Drop a comment, share some love, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye.